Hey everybody, so we have some breaking news out of the NHL. This just came out like 5 minutes ago. Austin Watson has been suspended 27 games, 27 regular season games by the NHL. He's suspended without pay for the entire preseason and the first 27 games of the regular season for off-ice conduct, unacceptable off-ice conduct is basically what they called it. This stems from a domestic abuse issue back in June. Austin Watson pled no contest to it in July, and really since then no one heard anything. If you remember when I was doing my Nashville Predators season preview, I had him in the lineup because Roster Resource did, but no one really knew what was going on with him and whether he would be in the lineup or not, whether he'd even be on a team or not. This was a situation that really nobody knew that much about for a long time. But now we know. We know what's going on and what the punishment is. And I mean, this is at least just the punishment from the league. Now Nashville could I guess release him if they wanted to, if they take a stand against domestic violence or something like that and say that they don't want someone who's done this on their team. I guess they could just release him. But as far as league punishment goes, we know what it is. Austin Watson, 27 regular season games and this entire preseason without pay for a domestic abuse issue back in June. So just now we know. And this is something that obviously is a very bad look for the league, a very bad look for Austin Watson, a very bad look for everyone involved. This is something that you never want to see. It's just a bad situation all around and should not happen, and it's completely unacceptable, and that's why he's being suspended for it. And I'm not going to comment on whether or not the suspension is long enough or too long, or if it's the right punishment or whatever. That is for each and every one of you to decide on your own, and that's your opinion and what you think is right and what isn't. I'm not even going to comment on that. All I'm doing is stating the facts, and the fact of the matter is that there was a domestic issue this past off season, and we did not know what was going on with that for at least a few months, and now we know what the league has decided. They have decided to suspend Austin Watson for a good chunk of this season, a little over a quarter of the season. So that's what it is. It is what it is. Whether you like it or if you don't or whatever is going on, that's up to you. But that's what the league has decided to do. Now we'll see what Nashville does. Does Nashville, do they just straight up get rid of him and trade him or release him? Or do they add any additional games to the suspension as that's the league punishment? Now this is the team punishment. Or do they just welcome him back after the first 27 games of the season and get him back into the lineup? We'll have to wait and see if any more news comes out about this or any more decisions are made about this. What we know now is the NHL's suspension, their punishment in its 27 regular season games and this entire preseason. So a situation that we really haven't talked about much because there wasn't really much known about what was going on with it. Now we know. So just breaking news, figured I'd get it out there and let you all know what was going on with that. I'm sure it's going to be all over Twitter and other hockey channels. But by over the next hour, it's going to be everywhere. By tomorrow morning, everyone will know. So I just figured I'd get it out there because I'm here doing videos and this news just happened to break as I was doing this. So obviously a horrible situation for everyone involved, and certainly the domestic partner that Austin Watson obviously treated very poorly and completely unacceptably. and he has been punished for this, as he should be. And hopefully this is not just a strong learning lesson for him, but this should be a deterrent for every single player in the league. Not that you should need deterrence to not engage in domestic abuse, but this should send a message to everyone that this type of behavior is completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated by the league, and there will be heavy punishments involved if you happen to be involved in a situation like this. So that's pretty much all I've got about this. Obviously not something that I want to be talking about or have to be reporting on, but I figured as the news broke while I was doing videos, it was a situation that was very up in the air, and not a lot of people really knew what was going on with it. So now we have at least a little bit of closure, at least from a league's point. And again, we'll have to see if the team does anything additional, or if it's just 27 games and then you're back in good standing. So we'll have to wait and see what other, if anything else, breaks out of this. But at least we know what the league has done. So that's pretty much all I've got on this situation. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are down in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.